It's Monday, so this is going to be the first full week of fun employment. I don't know how fun it is. So I'll take you along with me if I get up to anything interesting. Today it's just going to be like getting my life back on track for my apartment and stuff like that. There's just been some projects I've been putting off for like years actually. So I'm going to do that, and then maybe I'll have energy to do laundry. But the thing is like on Mondays, that's usually when the nannies do laundry, so it's usually pretty busy, so maybe I'll put it off until tomorrow. It's not me being super procrastinating, it's just more like logistically, yeah, it makes sense to do it on Tuesday. But yeah, I'm gonna just kind of clean up around here and I will talk to you later. Today was the same as lunch. So leftover chicken, except for instead of corn salad for lunch I had french fries. So this is the leftovers from whatever day that was, Saturday. I'm also making pasta because I think I'm gonna be hungry. Monday night update. I did a lot of job searching today. I think I applied to like 30 jobs. So there are jobs out there. It's just whether or not it'll be like a fulfilling company for me. And then also like if I'm exactly what they're looking for, just because there are like jobs, but it's also they're kind of few jobs, so they can be a little bit picky. I also talked to quite a few lawyers today just to figure it out because I need help reading some of the documents. I just don't know what everything means. I just want to make sure before I sign a bunch of stuff. Negotiated some stuff with one of the lawyers and I think I'll probably go with them. This is just my opinion, but I feel like there's certain life milestones. It's not a milestone, like you don't want to hit it. So like journey points that are places where you have to be very careful just because it's kind of an emotional time. So luckily I kind of saw it coming and I'm like I was mentally preparing for it, but it still is like a jolt, you know? And it's more like I'm kind of sad that I'm just like don't see my coworkers anymore. Certain coworkers, of course. But it's also like I can see it being like if it was any of my other jobs, it would have been a lot more of a traumatic experience, I guess. Yeah, maybe I'll take you with me into my drawers back there. I want to find a new moisturizer because the ones I'm using now are not that exciting and I just want something new. Like I just want a little bit of excitement, you know? I also need to find a new hydrating serum. I don't know why that was so hard for me to think. I just like again want to just like cycle through some stuff just because the stuff I have now is not that inspiring for me. And honestly, like it's so sad to say, but I think I truly was depressed for a while here. But it's just like usually doing my skincare at night usually brings me so much joy, and you know that I do like 12 layers or something, you know? But like for the past few weeks, I've just been like, okay, toner, serum, moisturizer, go. And it's like, you know, it wasn't like a ritual, and that's what I like about it, is that it's a ritual for me. So I kind of want to bring that joy back into it, so I'm gonna like look through my cabinet back here and I'll show you what I pick out. I also just started using that Elemis cleanser that I got, I guess like I was reading on it because I always mark my stuff. It was from June 2022 from a Boxylux. That thing, okay, the cleanser works really well. My face feels really hydrated actually, but it's so scented. Like when I took the box out of that drawer system back there, I was like, oh my gosh, that smells so strong. And it does smell strong. So if you have sensitive skin, let me find the box, hold on. So this is it. So Elemis always has kind of that strong fragrance smell because I think it's supposed to be like rich people smell, you know? So this particular one also has a very strong scent, but this is the clarifying clay wash. It's supposed to be for blemish prone skin, Boldo leaf clay. Boldo leaf, clay, and hawthorn. So I do have some blemishes here. It's from like masking and also stress and hormones, I'm guessing. But yeah, anyway, so I started using that today and I feel like it worked pretty well to condition my skin. Tomorrow I just have to do some more job searching. I'm also going to probably try to knock out my taxes tomorrow because I have a call with a potential new tax preparer that I want to just have everything done so I can have the questions. And then I think I also need to talk to my financial advisor. Oh, that's the other thing. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take my financial advice, but I would recommend doing some research about health savings accounts or HSAs. So that's one of my passions because I read in a magazine in like college, like circa 2008, about HSAs, and ever since then I've been very passionate about them. So basically I would recommend looking into them. I don't know your health situation obviously, so again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a health insurer, I'm also like not a financial advisor, but so basically the thing that I think a lot of people don't know is you can actually, once you get to $2,000, I think it's either $2,000 or $2,500, you can set it up that your account will auto start investing for you into like mutual funds and things like that. and investment funds. So I have that set up for all of my HSAs, which is why I need to talk to my advisor, because I think I want to put them all in one HSA because it's getting to be too many. But then it'll like start investing for you. The recommendation that I've been reading, and I'll try to find the link below to the one that I read just recently on CNBC, is that as a young person, you should always pay for out-of-pocket expenses for healthcare and then keep your receipts, and then you can ask for reimbursements later. So it'll just be like let's say now, or let's say for example 2 weeks ago I had like a medical procedure that was $2,000, and I was like, well, I have a job and I can pay for the $2,000, and then now that I'm unemployed I can't pay for it and I don't have an income right now, right? So then it's like, oh, okay, well, I have this receipt for $2,000 and I can ask for it as a reimbursement from my HSA and it'll come out as tax-free. So that's my understanding of it, at least. Let me know below if you're also passionate about HSA and I said something wrong. That's very possible. But yeah, anyway, the recommendation I read was that you should always pay out of pocket and then you'll ask for reimbursement later, especially when you're retired and things and you don't have like a steady income stream other than like your retirement savings and like Social Security, etc. And then on top of that, then it will also be collecting interest and the investments. So you will actually be sometimes, I can't remember the exact number and I wouldn't say it anyway. It's like estimated that you will lose out on a lot of money if you start paying everything out of pocket as a young person. So anyway, I will try to find the links below because I'm not a financial person and I don't know anything about health insurance or finances or anything like that. I am going to use my favorite serum again, so hopefully this will revitalize my excitement about skincare, and this is the Dermalect Self-Esteem Beauty Sleep Serum, and this one's really good and it really conditions my skin well, so hopefully it'll fix everything that's going on right now. And then I found this. So this one FabFitFun sent me by accident, and this is the Malin and Getz Vitamin E Face Moisturizer, so I think I'm going to use this one as well. It's kind of old, I think. I can't remember when I got it. Whenever I got my last, no, I think it was a summer 2021 FabFitFun box, I think, because I remember I wanted to get the sunscreen and then they eventually did send it to me. And also my stuff is a mess already, so that's fun. Good morning. It's Tuesday, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to just keep regular hours and just like kind of like just like a schedule, because I feel like if you don't keep a schedule, sometimes you go into a little bit of a funk, for lack of a better word. But yeah, so I also have to do my laundry. I like legitimately don't have any socks and underwear left, so I was like trying to push out until the end of the week because like I have my vacation coming up, but then at that point I may as well just do my laundry again. But anyway, update on that. My friend finally checked in, so that's good. And I was reading this morning, so actually it kind of came at a good time because I've been able to like research stuff for our trip, but like honestly cruise vacations are like kind of low stress because once you get on the ship you just unpack once and then you never have to pack again. But just like planning the logistics of like being sure to be back on the ship before you know, it goes away is like the important thing. But anyway, what I learned was the Norwegian Cruise Line has a private island, like all the ships have, or all of the lines have private islands in the Caribbean. What I read was that oftentimes, because this is a tender port, because there's not a pier, dock, port, whatever it's called, on the private island, you have to take a smaller boat. But what I read was that often the waves are too strong, so they sometimes make the cruise ships go to Nassau, Bahamas instead. So I took a look and saw that like that might actually be a possibility, so I'm starting to research what to do in Nassau. So that's exciting. The other thing is I found this like new restaurant that's opening in Cocoa Beach Pier in Orlando area, so it's like on the Space Coast, and I can't wait to try it out, but they haven't opened yet and they haven't announced when they're opening, so they said February 2023, so it's like I will probably miss it. I will probably miss by like 2 days. Everything we want to do we're missing by like 1 or 2 days. It's kind of stinky, but yeah, that's what's going on. And yeah, that restaurant anyway, I can't remember the name, but it's super funny. Hold on, let me check it. Okay, so it's called Chipwrecked, Chip-Wrecked, and it is a restaurant that serves potato chip bowls. So it's like themed potato chip bowls, like Stuck in Atlantis or like Pompeii or something, and it's like so funny. And I just want to go because the other place that I've always wanted to go was I was doing some research when I was in Montreal, and they had a poutine restaurant, and it was like themed like the name of all of the dictators in the world. So like there was a poutine that was like Russian themed, so it was like Stalin, and there was one that was like Chinese themed, so it was like Mao and stuff like that. So it's like, I just love restaurants like that are like really into the theming, and they also have like clever punny names. I love that too. Anyway, so that is the update. I just have some stuff to do, like personal stuff, and I think I might apply for like a few jobs today. Yesterday I went a little bit hard, so I might wait a little bit, especially since I have my cruise coming up next week. So by the time that recruiters read my resume, I think I will be on ship, so I won't be able to reply right away.
No. Do I give a fuck? No. I don't know if this up in.
Today for lunch, salad and soup. I'm only gonna eat half, but this was really hot and I couldn't pour it into a bowl without burning myself, basically. Okay, so today I had a couple of calls with the lawyer, had a couple of interviews, had a call with my new tax preparer. They seem like they're fine. I'm like, yeah, my taxes are pretty easy this year, like not going into details. But yeah, anyway, I was gonna go to Target today, but honestly, I'm a little bit pooped. So yeah, I'll hopefully go tomorrow, but I am gonna do my laundry today. I've realized that, yeah, I should just get it done, and then I'll have time to do it next week as well if I need to wash anything for the trip. But I am going to hopefully start kind of semi-prepping for the trip, just so I see if there's any holes in what I want to pack, because it's like really hard to pack for like a semi-tropical vacation that also has kind of some days that might be in the 60s if I am in winter, you know? Again, I'm trying to keep a normal schedule, so it's about 10:30, so I'm gonna go to bed now. I basically, after work, what did I do? Oh, I finished my taxes. I just have to wait for the tax person. So the preparer I talked with today seemed like they're gonna just get it done. Also, my taxes are very not complicated this year, so I haven't changed my, well, now I have, but that's 2023's problem. But I haven't changed my job, I haven't changed states. I don't have any, like, I've never had any property that I have to worry about, anything like that, no debt, no nothing. Pretty boring. So yeah, so hopefully it's going to be pretty straightforward. So in the past, I've had like foreign income and stuff like that. I haven't had that in a while, so that'll be good. I also had a couple more interviews, also applied for a few more jobs and stuff like that. And then I think for the rest of the week, I'm just gonna relax and work on myself. Just because, again, I'm going on vacation in like a week and a half. Sorry, I had to check the calendar. Yeah, so I'm going on a vacation in like a week and a half, and it's about in 10 days. So as a result, I want to kind of slow down some of the application process, just because some of the applications, they get back to you pretty quickly. And I also need to prepare for an interview on Thursday. That one's a pretty big one. So I'll kind of work on that a little bit, but I also need to go to Target and start kind of like planning what I'm going to bring with me on vacation. I'm trying not to overpack because I have a penchant for doing that. So I have to do that, and then also kind of work on cleaning up around here. Oh yeah, I did my laundry. That was a big undertaking. So I also realized when I was down there, I was like, Meredith, you're such a dum-dum. Like, you can use your credit card to refill your laundry card, so like you probably can just pay for your laundry with your credit card. And the answer is yes, that is true. And you don't have to worry about like having extra money left on that laundry card. So I did that basically because I forgot my laundry card up in my apartment, and I wasn't gonna leave my laundry down there when I ran up here. So anyway, that was the new revelation for today. It only took me a long time to figure that out, since I've had laundry in this building the entire time I've lived here. Good morning, it's Wednesday. I have a meeting with my financial advisor and probably the lawyers and also probably the tax people. A lot of meetings today, so I guess it's like kind of okay that I don't have to go to work. But I mean, it still kind of sucks, you know? So I'm planning my trip with my friends on the cruise, and then my sister is also coming to New York for a sister weekend in March, so we're kind of talking about that. Basically, I won a voucher from my company, and it was for a weekend stay at the W in Times Square, which is like, thanks for giving me a voucher for a staycation in like the worst part of the city, but okay. But anyway, we're going to use that with my sister. So we're gonna like do a bunch of stuff, I think. To good to go, definitely to good to go. So that was exciting. I feel like a little bit better today. I don't know. It's just been kind of a whirlwind of things because there's a lot of things that need to be done really quickly. So that's going on as well. And then like the annoying thing is like I can't block everyone on LinkedIn, but they keep looking at my profile, which is kind of like frustrating. I really need coffee, but I don't feel very good. Like I feel like kind of like my stomach is full, but I know I didn't eat that much yesterday. So anyway, way too much detail there. On my way out to the post office, just finished another round of interviews and talked with my financial advisor about stuff like that, you know, very boring adult stuff. That was just an annual appointment. And then on top of that, I have to go to the post office because I think I have a lot of packages. But then on top of that, I'm also looking for if they sent the box to send back all my equipment in. I don't think they did because I get alerts from the post office and I haven't gotten any alerts from that. I'm also going to stop by Target probably before the post office to pick up stuff I need for the house and then also for my trip. Stopping to get some small bills for tips. It's a new Sephora. My friend and I had just been talking about how this one escaped the closures, but it looks like it's starting 10 to 30% off the entire store, no coupons. I also learned today you can get singles out of the ATM so you don't have to wait for change. And then I also went to CVS to pick up stuff and I didn't get to use all my coupons, otherwise it would have been like almost free. Something didn't happen. And then I went to Target, now I'm going to the post office. The store signs are so funny. Is the other half of the minestrone soup, and some bagels. These are mini bagels, so they're also going a little bit bad, so I have to eat them up fast. Okay, today was really productive actually. I need to work on my neck because I have tech neck. But anyway, yeah, so today woke up. I actually did apply for a bunch of jobs today. I found like a jackpot of like jobs that I'm qualified for and actually interested in. So even though I said I was going to take a day off, I didn't do it. Had a call with my financial advisor, got a lot of stuff straightened out there. Also had an interview that I forgot about, so that was kind of bad. I missed it because I was taking a bio break and I was like, oh my gosh, my phone is ringing, and I had written it down for tomorrow, but it's in fact today. So I got that taken care of as well. Good thing I wasn't at the post office at that time. Went to the post office, did my errands at Target, got all my body care stuff all refilled and stuff like that. Weekdays are honestly the best days to do errands because there's like no tourists, and then also it's like very much a low-key time, except for I left right around the time that all of the schools got out, so I'm scared of high school students, so that didn't help because all the high school students are like around loitering. But yeah, that's that. The review that nobody asked for today is going to be that minestrone soup from Costco is very salty, so I've been drinking so much water. And honestly, I've been eating and I'm not really even that hungry, but like maybe I should listen to my body, but I'm also like, I know I'm hungry. Like there's no way I'm not hungry because I've just been eating like soup, you know, except for this weekend I ate a lot of fried chicken, like a lot of fried chicken. Started planning my sister's trip, so we both put on our schedules, our calendars, all of the different lotteries and things and the timings that we need to do. So we're trying to get last week tonight tickets. We're also trying to get Hamilton, Wicked, 6, and I think there was one other show that I can't remember right now offhand. So we have those all set up in our calendar apps. One of them is kind of a bummer. So last week tonight, they're released at 3 p.m. on Tuesday, the week that I'm in Orlando on my cruise. So luckily I'm like on land at that point, so I'm able to like sign in and try to do it. But yeah, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna be on my cruise. But then I realized I'm like on land at that point, probably at the Kennedy Space Center learning about space. So that's exciting. And then otherwise, yeah, still waiting on my company. Like they haven't sent the box that I need to ship back all of my stuff in, and it's kind of getting frustrating because I need to send it back by a certain date and I don't have it in hand yet, and it's also like getting to be that date, so I'm a little bit worried. But yeah, so I'll probably have a manic time trying to run to the FedEx store when it's like somehow open, because like FedEx stores like oddly close here. I don't know. I always feel like they're always open in my hometown because it's like in the Kinko's, but it's like, I don't know. The one that I go to closes at weird hours. But anyway, that's the update there. Oh, the other fun thing is I learned that through the public library, sometimes you're able to get a bunch of like television shows and movies that you can rent for basically an unlimited like watch time for, I think it's like either a week or a month depending on what it is, and it's kind of interesting though. So if you're interested, it's called Hoopla. It's an app through your library. I always use Libby for audiobooks and for ebooks, but apparently Hoopla is another alternative for that one as well. But that's the update, I guess, about free public services. And my dad also let me know that at the public library in our hometown, they also offer tax services if somebody needs it. So never thought about it there for a resource, but it's pretty good. Good morning, it's Thursday. I don't know where that helicopter came from. It's probably going to a hospital because it sounds very low. That's why I'm guessing. But yeah, so I am getting ready for the day. I have a few interviews today. I think I have 2. Otherwise, yeah, I slept really well. I think it was true. So one of my other colleagues who quit like the same day as I was no longer employed, they said that they were like sleeping better than they have been the entire time they've been employed at the company. So I think that's true. It finally hit for me because it's like so much weight has been lifted off because I have been trying to figure out what to do for like 14 months and I've been there for 18 months. So yeah. Anyway, that is the update. Need coffee. Definitely need coffee. I ran my dishwasher yesterday, so I'll be able to have like real coffee rather than Nespresso. The Nespresso is fine for like when I'm in a pinch, but I don't feel like I get as much out of it as when I make my own coffee. I also like get less coffee, so I guess that's true too. It wasn't just like way with words. Super terrible angle, but I forgot that I need to try this Lancome. So I got this in PR to review. So this is the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow. And it has sunscreen in it. So I've already put on my sunscreen and I've already put on, where did it go? This Touch and Soul Primer. So I put this Touch and Soul Primer on already. But yeah, so this one here is in 125W, so it looks a little bit light, so we'll see how that goes. So let me open it. I did wash this, it just looks dirty. Like I did it yesterday, so. Okay, it has a pump. Okay, so it's kind of liquidy, like more liquid than a lot of the other ones that I have up here that I'm using. And it's supposed to be, I think I saw in the box, medium coverage. Okay, it's like kind of a little bit too light, but it's not too bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, it has a bit of a fragrance actually. It's like really light, but it's definitely there. I would say that since it does have sunscreen in it, be careful around your eyes. So I'm going a little bit too hard around my eyes because once you get sunscreen in your eyes, you will never forget that you've gotten sunscreen in your eyes. So actually, this seems like it might actually be a better color match than the other foundations I'm using, which are Bare Minerals and then also the Wet n Wild one. The Wet n Wild one was just a really bad color match, and that was on me. Okay, so I think that I like this. It's kind of pretty. It's like somewhat in between being dewy and being a matte sort of finish. So I do appreciate that. So anyway, I'm going to continue using this for the next couple of weeks, and I will check in with you later if I remember. If I forget, don't remind me, because by the time you remind me, it'll be too late. But yeah, I'm going to just continue on with my makeup, have to make sure my eyebrows are still here, and talk to you later. Lunch today, really weird, but I was craving some instant noodles, so I had some of the instant noodle, the Japanese style, and then I also had some seaweed salad in my fridge, so this is lunch. Dinner today is called I'm going on vacation soon, so I have to eat my perishables. Also, I went to Costco, so as a single person, that's risky. Got a salad, had some butter lettuce left. I have one more head left, so I'm going to eat that probably tomorrow. Also have a pear, because the one yesterday was delicious. Honestly, the pears from Costco are so good. And then I have some spring rolls, and hopefully I'm still hungry afterwards, because I really want to eat a cookie, so we'll see how that happens, or if that happens, rather. So I want a little bit sweet, so I'm gonna eat this. It's from, when did I get it? Christmas. So this is the cornflake one with like Rice Krispies on the inside basically. I think I have like a couple of squares left, so I'm gonna just finish this. And then I also have the rum raisin. I'm not gonna eat that tonight. I'm just gonna only finish the yellow one. It is Thursday night, so after I last checked in with you, I think I ate chocolate. Yeah, I ate chocolate. I don't know how, but like somehow I hurt my foot by just sitting on the sofa. So it's kind of annoying. It kind of hurts. I don't know what's going on. So tomorrow I think I might actually take a day of rest, like truly. Because I applied to so many jobs this week, and it's kind of like now I just want to wait to see how many of them I get rejected from, basically. Because as you know, like the first round is usually an AI screen, and then like after that, then you have like actual people look at it. So we'll see if I get through any of the AI screens. I got kicked out of a few of them, which I'm a little bit surprised about because they were kind of below the title that I'm targeting. So I'm wondering if that's why. I don't know. It's a little bit strange. They weren't even from the same company or anything, so I'm wondering if they actually just had a person look at it. I don't know. Anyway, so tomorrow's Friday. I have a few things that I need to do. I realized that I didn't buy coffee yesterday, so I was going to buy it at Target or else at Marshall/TJ Maxx. I just like completely spaced about it. So I think tomorrow I'll probably go to the discount store because there's a few things that I wanted to buy at Target that were sold out, like Febreze and stuff that I know I can buy at the discount store. And then on top of that, I'll probably stop by like Marshall's or Target or someplace to get coffee, maybe even the grocery store, because I have like a bulk grocery store where I can get pay by the pound. That's a weird way of saying I can get coffee from the bulk area. So I'm gonna do that too. Hopefully I'll get around to it because I know I keep saying stuff like that and I never do it. I've been planning my sister's trip, so I think I'm gonna do it. So she's gonna come for the weekend, and we're trying to keep it like low budget because we got the free hotel from work. So I don't know if I ever told you this, but I went to like a travel fair for work, and they were like all these corporate sponsors that were trying to become like the preferred travel whatever. So I got a hotel stay from the W, and it expires on 4/20, and I like won it last year. So anyway, I found it in there when I was looking through something for some unemployment records and stuff like that. Anyway, so we're trying to keep it low cost and like low budget. So I've been having fun going through and like planning some like food things that we're gonna be able to like eat real well for like less than $12 to $15 per person, and it's going to be kind of fun. So I know like usually whenever I go out with friends, I'm like, oh, we stayed under 60, that's so good. But like now it's like even more of a challenge because it's like under 60 is like, you know, not super great to brag about, but sometimes when you have like an adult beverage, like under 60 is pretty good in the city because like adult beverages are like roughly around like $20. I have that stuff getting planned, and then we'll obviously do Too Good To Go because my sister I don't think has realized how good that service is. I was trying so hard when she was in Europe because the European Too Good To Go's are so much better than the US ones. So I'm gonna wet her whistle. I just wanted to say that. Okay, anyway, I am getting loopy right now, so I'm going to sign out and do my skincare. I did start using a few new things this morning. I'm trying to remember what they were. Yeah, I used the foundation. That was a pretty good foundation. I think actually it ended up being like pretty luminous, I would say, throughout the day, but still somewhat matte. So it was kind of like a satin finish. I guess that's a good way to describe it. And then on top of that, I've been trying out some new face wash. I've been using the Elemis kind. It's really scented, but I do think it works pretty well to get off my makeup, which is kind of surprising because it's like just a clay wash. I don't even remember what it's called. The box over there. I'm too lazy to turn around. Good morning. It's Friday, and today is just gonna be a chill day, I think. Again, I am just waiting on like 100 job applications at this point, because I've also been talking with recruiters, like from recruitment agencies for executive search and stuff like that. So we'll see how those turn out as well, because they're just submitting me for a bunch, and those typically go faster just because they have outsourced the process. But I am like obviously going on vacation in a week, so it's kind of like a weird, awkward time because on my interview yesterday, they're like, is there anything we should be concerned about, like timeline wise? And I was like, I have like a vacation plan. I'm gonna be like completely incommunicado for like an entire week. But yeah, so anyway, that's happening. And then on top of that, I don't think anything else interesting is happening. I do need to go out today to get coffee, and I think I want to buy some fiber. I was reading an article about it, and I think like that might help me with my sleep schedule, because I keep sleeping at like normal hours, but then I keep waking up at like 1:45, 3:45, and 5:15, which is kind of getting annoying, especially because, well, I mean, now it's like I don't have to wake up by like 6, but it's also like, oh, it's just I want to sleep a full night. So anyway, that is the update. And my parents are driving to Chicago for something for my sister, so they're gonna be out and about today, I guess. So hopefully they'll do something interesting. I don't know. I feel like I'm so boring. I kind of want to have Chipotle today, but my Chipotle by my apartment is so bad. It's like known for being bad, so I'm kind of like, I don't think it's worth the risk. But we do have a fancy Taco Bell by the Target, so I might go there because I don't know, I kind of want a Crunchwrap. But they're so expensive in New York. Like the other day I was gonna buy one because I was like thinking about it, and then I walked in and I promptly walked out. It was like $10 for a meal, and I was like, what is this? Breakfast today is coffee, and I ate some mini donuts. Not donuts, what are these? Mini bagels. This is lunch for today. I just made some pasta with some pasta sauce from in the fridge. Put some seasonings on it, you know the drill. After I finish, so I already did a couple of videos, and then I'm going to go to do my errands. I think I need to stop at a Verizon store because this current phone is like on its last legs. It is not holding a charge, and it's also not charging, and it's not like the cables. And I sprayed the little connector thingy with canned air, and it's not helping either. So I think it's just finally like, it's like, I've been around for 3 years and 2 months, so it's time for me to give up the ghost. But yeah, anyway, I have to buy a new phone probably, so super fun expense. So I came out, sorry about the siren, and I am on my way to Marshall's and Verizon. I already went to the discount store to pick up some chips and stuff for the weekend. It's been a very expensive week. This is super famous YouTube and I guess TikTok stuff. I've never been in this angle before, so it's a little weird, but I'm sitting on my floor because I'm going to show you what I just bought. I had a very expensive afternoon, so the phone I'm using right now is my old phone, and it is not holding a charge. It's also not charging past 52%, so that's a bad combo. And then on top of that, ever since like maybe 2 or 3 days ago, it keeps overheating when I'm using it for more than like 15 seconds, which is not good. I really noticed it recently when I was on the phone with an interview. I was like, oh my gosh, my hand is on fire, and it was just like a audio call. It wasn't like a video or anything. So anyway, I had to buy a new phone, which kind of stinks, but then my friend's like, well, at least you can have a really good vacation photos. I was like, I guess that's the one silver lining. But everything, just find very small things in life. But actually I got a really good trade-in value for this phone. I got $800 trade-in value for the 11 Pro that I have, so I moved up to a 14 Pro. I was thinking about maybe a Pro Max, but honestly my hands are just slightly too small for it to be comfortable, and I don't really need that big of a screen if I'm being honest, and like the specs are basically the same. So I bought that. It's about $200 difference, so that was pretty good, I think. And then I also went to the discount store, bought some stuff for my friend's party tomorrow, and stuff that I needed for around the house. And then I also went to Marshall's to buy coffee. So that's very exciting. So I'm going to show you what I got. I mean, it's exciting to me because I actually got some really good deals in here. And also I ended up putting back, oh, I should remember to do that. I ended up putting back the screen protectors and the phone case that I found at Marshall's, just because I realized that you could buy a set or a kit online for basically less money than I was going to pay for those 2 items separately. And then on top of that, it also had, the set online had like protectors for the camera, which is apparently something that you should consider when you're getting the 14. I didn't know that until I was like reading online about how the camera's kind of sensitive. So I wanted to make sure that's protected as well. So anyway, I did kind of show you that in the store, so I just wanted to clarify that. From Marshall's, I got some coffee. This is just the only one that was there that was ground, that wasn't a dark roast or else decaf. So this is Gold Coffee Co. Kanaloa blend. It's medium roast, $7.99 for this. Got 2 of these because it is the season. So I got a couple of the Roach bait stations just in case. I don't have a roach problem, but just in case. I always like to have them on hand. And then I got chips for my friend's party. So they were like pretty cheap. They're $1.99 a bag. And I got the Honey Dijon kettle brand chips. Honestly, I should have bought some for myself, but I'm trying to like reserve calories and I know I'm going to binge on them if I have them in my house. And then I also got 2 of these baked in Brooklyn. So one of them is sea salt, just the basic pita chip. And then the other one is the flatbread crisps. This one has like the everything seasoning on it. They got a little bit crumbled, so I hope they're okay still. And then for my house, I got some very basic stuff. I needed more Swiffer mopping things, and this was actually a really good price, $7.99, and I got 24 mopping cloths in here, and they're the Clorox ones, which I think, in my opinion, work a little bit better than the Swiffer brand. So this one I got, and then I also bought one of these because I want to switch over to this, and this was $1.99, so I wanted to see how it worked. But it is one of those I'm just gonna make a weird mouth sound, but you like put it on the side of the toilet. It's supposed to keep it a little bit fresher, cleaner. So I have that as well. And then every time I go, I always pick up these, but these are off-brand. They usually have the Haribo, but people are standing in front of it, so I just grabbed these. They were like 79 cents. So I just wanted some of these because they sounded good to chew on, honestly, and I wanted some candy. I just cracked the sucker open and I realized the 3 pieces are 90 calories. That's so sad. So I guess I'm gonna have 6. Not the entire bag as I had planned on it, because this is a pretty small bag. I lied to myself. I'm gonna have probably the entire bag. There's only like 12 of them in there, I'm counting, because I ate 6 and I was like, that's not satisfying. So there are 12, so it's not too bad. It's not like it was like an 80 pack, but like 6 is a little bit small of a limit for a treat, you know? My mail today is only cruise brochures. I treated myself to some free DoorDash today, so I had credits, and I got myself some tom yum noodle soup, and then this came with like the veg and the rice noodles in here, so it's got the bean sprouts, some sort of greens in there, not entirely sure what it is, and then I also bought myself a Vietnamese iced coffee for tomorrow morning, so I'm going to put that in the fridge, but this is going to be dinner, probably dinner and lunch, if I'm being honest, because that's a lot of soup. Okay, so this is the dinner. So again, it's the tom yum noodle soup. So in the white container was all of these rice noodles, had some bean sprouts in there, some veg, etc. And then in the soup container was a bunch of soup, and then obviously a lot of shrimps. I didn't know there was going to be shrimp in there too. But honestly, looks like a pretty good hearty meal, and I'm using like the biggest mix-in bowl because I didn't know how much, because I'm very bad at like liquid measurements and eyeballing it. But yeah, I'm gonna chow down on this, and it like smells really good, and I didn't eat that much today actually, so even though I joked about those peach rings, that was about all I ate today. So that is going to be a wrap on the first week of unemployment. I got a lot of stuff done, like way more stuff that I needed to get done than I probably would have ever been able to get done. So you know me, I like getting my taxes in probably around now. So basically I just have to wait for one more item to come in before I can finish them, and then send them out to the tax preparer, etc. So that stuff is all taken care of. I also have been dealing with, the aftermath of getting, anyway, that stuff. And then on top of that, been dealing with a lot of personal stuff and like household stuff. So taking care of like cleaning, my laundry, restocking a bunch of stuff that I needed to restock, on top of also interviewing for a bunch of jobs and also applying for way more jobs than a bunch. And hopefully we'll continue rolling through next week as well. And then I'll have my cruise after next week. So I don't know what I'm going to do next week, to be completely honest, because next week I don't really think I should be applying for jobs, just in case they come back with interviews right away, because it's kind of like hit and miss. So I have had instances where I've had like an interview like a couple hours after, a couple of days after, and then also like sometimes I was tracking it for a while. It was like 5 weeks after I sent in an application that I would get an interview, and then like 3 to 4 weeks, maybe even 5 weeks of rounds of interviews after that. So anyway, that is what I'm going to be tracking now for fun. I have heard of a bunch more people getting laid off recently from a bunch of different companies, so it's going to be very competitive, I think, out there. So I'm going to probably have to take a lower position title than what I'm like actually qualified to do, but hopefully we won't come to that point yet. I did get a little bit of a head start. It's kind of like when I got a head start in the Great Resignation, because I'd already been planning to leave my previous company then. A wrap on today. I always forget to plug it, but follow me over on Instagram at Eat Stretch Explore. I do post a lot more frequently over there because again, it's a lot easier. And then on top of that, feel free to subscribe, put the bell icon on, and put thumbs up on this channel. At this point, it's just something that I forget to plug because, I don't know, this is just like, I have very little mental space for my last job available for anything, so this was just kind of the one relaxing activity where I could kind of shut off my brain. So yeah, we'll see how this channel progresses as I continue on with my life. But anyway, I will talk to you tomorrow. It'll be a New York weekend in my life, and I have a few plans, so hopefully it'll be kind of interesting for you. So see you then. Bye.